My girl. Bye. Donnie just went running that way. Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. It is not going to be Monday when I post this video. It might be Tuesday when I post this video. I have no idea. Life's a little topsy-turvy lately, but by lately I mean, I don't know, the last year and a half. Hi. Cheers, good morning. I am drinking a honey citrus mint tea from Starbucks. This is my favorite non-coffee winter beverage from Starbucks. I think it used to be like on the secret menu, whatever they call it, off the menu, was the medicine ball. And it was so popular, they made it like a permanent part of the menu. And what it is, it's 2 tea bags. It's their Tranquility tea, I think, and their Jade Citrus green tea, steeped with half lemonade, and I think it's got some honey in it too. It's delicious and just soothing. So here's what's up. Donnie is home with me for the next week or so because one of his classmates tested positive for COVID last week. And what our school's policy is when that happens, as soon as that happens, the class is suspended from in-class learning and moved to distance learning for 2 weeks. So we've got some more time left in that. Donnie is fine. We are all fine. I actually had a COVID test late last week. Not really related, but it was just good timing because it worked out just to make sure too. You hear Winnie drinking in the background. Here he is. You want to say hi? I actually have had 2 COVID tests in the last month. Like right before Christmas I had one. I was sneezing a lot. And then one last week. One of the reasons for that was, possible exposure, but also I've had this tickly throat, and I feel fine. I'm not ill, but I just don't. I mean, some people might think that's overreacting or whatever, but I just don't think one can be too careful in the middle of a pandemic. And getting a test is not hard for me. It's very accessible for me. I know how many people I directly and indirectly can impact, so I just like to err on the side of caution. Those both came back negative, so that's really good. And I feel fine, like I said. I just think it's this time of year. I was saying this to somebody the other day, I forget we've been in this pandemic, in this state of deep panic for so long now. I kind of forget that it's possible to have other illnesses or just winter like this. I feel like I start sneezing a lot when the heat kicks up every year. But like I said, I just want to be... There's no peace. There's no peace right now. I'm so sorry. It's so loud. He's playing with his truck. And it's possible to get a little cold or something. I don't even think I have a cold. I just have this tickly throat, and I just want to be sure. But we're all good. Kids are good. We've been so fortunate. Donnie and Stacey have been in school since early September, so 4 months. And this is the first time either one of them has been moved to distance learning out of precaution. Our school's been so on top of things. They have a really solid safety procedure, and the kids have been so good with mask wearing and social distancing that even some of the other classes, so they keep the classes very separate to kind of shut off any possible spread in that way. So the classes don't interact at all, and usually in normal times they would interact. There would be interclass interaction, especially the older kids come in and help teach the younger kids, and it's really great. I mean, now hopefully we'll get back to that when as time moves on and we get further away from this business, but out of the pandemic. Hopefully we can move back to that, because that's a really nice part of the school environment. But it's been 4 months. This is the first time either of my kids, one of the people in our classes, has gotten sick. And when it's happened, it hasn't spread to other students in other classes. So I know in a few other classes this has happened where they've had to go to distance learning because somebody's gotten sick, but nobody else gets it, even though this, there's possible contamination just from being in school together. They're wearing their masks and they're social distancing and it's working. And they're not getting sick from each other, they're getting sick from people outside of school. So it can be done. It's not, we're in such a place of, that truck is so loud. We're in such a place of, yes, privilege. My kids, they go to a private school and it's very small and we have the ability to do these things. And it's really, really wrong. I think it's actually wrong that this isn't available to every child. This sort of response and schooling. And I'm not blaming teachers or administration. I think it's bigger than that. I think it's a lot to do with the attitude towards education in our country on a federal level. And I don't want to I'll get off my soapbox here because I know people will have strong opinions, but I think we don't prioritize education nearly enough or at all. And we really, really, really should. And education is not just I don't mean testing, I don't mean memorizing stuff to pass it to that. I have lots of opinions about that. I mean how we teach our kids, how we foster them in their early years, how we encourage them to feel like they're part of a community, a responsible member of a community. These are important things that translate directly into adulthood that we just don't teach, we don't learn through general schooling practices. And there's just so much room for improvement. And anyway, I know I'm gonna get lots of dislikes for bringing this up. Oh man, I've been on the dislike train lately. People did not like my New Year's goals video. I really ruffled some feathers with that one. I don't know. You guys, I'm just keeping it real. Just being me. And sharing. And it's okay. I'm not upset about it. But yeah, sometimes people will hear what they want to hear. And what they want to hear is something to be riled up about. And it's not even close to what I said or meant to say. So there it is. So this is how we're handling e-learning, online learning with my 2-year-old. He's got a couple of meetings, Zoom meetings every day, and then there's content provided that the teachers put together, videos and stuff. And we did this, for 3 months back in the spring. And we do a lot of it. We don't do all of it. I don't stress about it because I don't want to stress him about it. I try to do lots of hands-on things with him. We're going to bake today, which is something they used to do daily at school before the pandemic. And they haven't been doing it this school year because for health reasons. So, and he loves baking. It's just a really great interactive activity, but it also teaches cause and effect and following directions and whatever. So we're gonna bake some cookies this morning, I think. We gotta run out and pick up our Target order at some point because we need some things. And I did a curbside pickup. We'll try to get Winnie out. It is really cold and not very nice out, but we'll take her out for a quickie. And we'll do some of the videos and do one of our meetings later this morning, and that's the plan. So I feel like I've been talking forever because I have 10 minutes. But I just wanted to sit down and kind of catch you up. I was initially my initial reaction to hearing about the moving to distance learning was slightly stressed because I was like, oh my gosh. It just felt like a lot in that moment, and then very quickly I was like, oh wait, I've got this. It's only one kid. I've got this, and it's more time I can get with my boy. So I have him every day, every weekday. I have him all day, and that is just joy. He's playing with his tree house that Cece got for her birthday. I'll show you. You got your tree house? You want to show how you built the big tower? He's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah? Show us.
Well, that made.
Oh, you made it. It's so nice.
I put all these.
Yeah. Oh, in other news, we took down Christmas yesterday. The kids helped me take the ornaments off the trees. Right, Donnie?
Yeah, I want to take off the tree.
Yeah, we took the ornaments off the trees and Mommy put everything in bins.
Yeah.
Yeah. The house looks so empty without them.
Oh,
Without it, everything. I need to like work on getting stuff on the walls. That's a project for this spring. Okay, let's look at some videos, I think. Should we see what videos we have to look at? This is my teaching assistant. She's really good at teaching quiet mindfulness. Okay. Are you helping with unbagging everything? Should we show our... Oh, should I cut my head off? Yes. Yes, I should. Okay, so we took Winnie for a walk, right?
Yeah.
Was it slippy slidey out there or what?
Super fun
Very
today.
good. It was slippy slidey today. And then we did a pickup order at Target, so I really wanted to do a pickup order at Whole Foods. But it wasn't available, which was very odd. So I didn't get to do my grocery shopping. I just got a couple of the things we really needed from Target groceries. And I also added on some general staples that we need. I go to Target maybe like once a month or so. Pull-ups, right? Honey, don't squish it. These wipes. Honest. I've been using Honest since Cece was in newborn. We love the Mickey Mouse goldfish. They actually have like the little red Mickey heads. This is your bananas. Got bananas. I like to be able to pick up my own produce, but I'm not bringing him in a store. So these are going to be pretty ripe in a couple days, and we'll make banana bread later this week. That will be our next baking project. We got some chicken thighs for dinner. Yeah, we'll cook together tonight, all right? We got our Oatly full fat. Used for everything. Yeah, some grapes. Yeah, for lunch for those. And then this is the lotion they've been sold out of for like 3 months. This is the lotion I use on my kids.
That was too many.
I don't think it's animal friendly.
That was too many.
Which is so annoying, and I have not found a dupe.
That was too many.
That is as nice. I've tried a few. If anybody has a cruelty-free dupe of this specific kind of lotion, let me know. I tried that one that starts with a V, and it's just so thick and greasy. It's awful. So, I would love your input on that. And that is our Target order. We're going to bake cookies now, huh? We got to preheat the oven. Okay, we need flour, baking soda, cornstarch, brown sugar. Okay, flour.
Sugar. Yummy.
Yeah, we have sugar.
Use this.
Brown sugar.
Going to be this.
Baking soda, cornstarch.
Soda.
Oh,
One of these. And all.
chips.
Okay. This.
Hi, this is a vegan, 6 Vegan Sisters recipe. I will link it below. I follow it pretty much. Sometimes I add a little bit more oat milk to it. It just depends.
Whoa.
Look at yum.
Oh.
Yummy cookies. They'll flatten out a little bit. Super yum. Thought I'd do a Thrive haul for you because I got an order in. Does anybody else never remember what they ordered from Thrive until it comes and you're like, oh yeah, I ordered the same 8 things every time. But it's always kind of like a surprise. Ooh. Okay, so I got 2 of these.
Oh my God.
Because the kids really like these, and when on those days where I'm just like can't be bothered, that's what we have for dinner. Well, I don't have it, but they have it. Always a standby favorite. Oh, that's right, I stocked up on beans. I've been enjoying their beans, yeah. Beans. I've been enjoying their beans in pouches as opposed to cans. So I got kidney beans from my pantry. I got pinto beans for those. What else did I get? Oh, brown sugar. Got 2 of those. I know I got flour because we went through so much flour in December between all the waffles and pancakes and cookies and oh my. That's the flour falling over. And then probably tomato sauce. I use this really specifically for our homemade pizza sauce. I haven't really used canned tomato sauce in other things lately. I think I use like diced tomatoes and chili and soups and stuff and tomato paste. I think I did buy more tomato paste to have on hand. And pretty sure I bought another vanilla because I always like to have one of those on reserve. We go through a ridiculous amount of vanilla. Again, waffles and pancakes and cookies. Oh my. Kids are upstairs playing. If you're like, where are your children? I like this a lot. This is great. But I saw at some point Tony from A Bowl Full of Lemons makes her own vanilla extract. And I'm like, maybe I need to do that. I think I might need to do that. So, sit for a second. Okay, still in frame. Here's a cold cup of tea. Oh, it's still slightly warm. I'm still working my way through the Steepology Advent Calendar, which had enough tea for like 2.5 months of daily cup of tea, and I'm really enjoying it. This is what I'm making tonight. It's from christineskitchenblog.com. Instant pot chicken and mushrooms. I've made this several times over the past few months, and I really like it, and the kids really like it. And who doesn't love a good orzo and anything in the Instant Pot? Whenever I feel like making something, I just search for a recipe to see if I can do it in the Instant Pot because it just makes life so much easier. So we'll get that going. I'm gonna put all this stuff away. Kids are playing. When they haven't seen each other all day, they are like glue. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, let's sort and cook. Okay, so we're collecting ingredients is very simple. I'm gonna chop an onion. We need a few garlic cloves. Need to chop up the mushrooms. If I had made it to pick up a grocery order today, I would have bought more mushrooms because you can always put more mushrooms. I would even double the number of mushrooms in this recipe because it calls for 8 ounces. I would put in 16, easy.
Can I join you guys?
Sure, I'm going to be chopping
Can I join you?
orzo, obviously critical, and chicken, all the things. Okay, so I just browned the chicken in there for about 6 minutes, and now we're putting in the onion and the mushrooms to soften. It's on saute. I love this. This Instant Pot is just so versatile. You can saute, you can steam, you can obviously do pressure cooking. You can do it all. I've seen people like bake cakes. I haven't had that, but it might happen at some point. So 2 to 3 minutes with this, and then we'll put in the garlic. I'm going to use my handy dandy mincer for that. I just chopped down the size there. And then we turn off the saute function, add in all the spices and the broth. This is veggie broth. I don't have chicken broth, but that's fine. That's what I usually make it with. And mix that all together, put in the orzo, and then you lay the brown chicken on top. I'll show you when we get to that point. See all this brown bits stuck to the bottom? Do not worry about those, because when the broth goes in my case the veggie broth, you can use chicken broth if that's what you have, it will naturally deglaze that, and that adds so much flavor to the dish. I just put the garlic in, and I'm going to put in the spices now. I've got oregano. It's like a half a teaspoon of everything, basically. I do fiddle around with this recipe just a little bit. I don't put in extra salt because I salted the chicken, and also the veggie broth has some salt to it, even though it's like low salt. I just feel like you can always add salt to a dish afterwards, but you cannot take it away. You see, I just put in a little bit extra. Garlic powder calls for a half a teaspoon. I probably put in 3/4. And I always go heavy on the smoked paprika because to me it's like the best savory spice. My favorite savory spice is smoked paprika. My favorite sweet spice is cinnamon. Okay, so that's all that. Then I'm gonna put in the broth. It's 2 cups. I use the Better Than bouillon. That's like in the jar that you keep in your fridge. This is what's going to get all of those brown bits off the bottom. I'm just kind of scraping up the bottom with my spoon a little bit, but also during the cooking process it will just lift. I have not had a problem with this like permanently sticking to my pot or anything like that. So that's good. I am gonna add, this is probably a bit more than a cup of orzo. It's probably like 1.25 cups. And you know what? This is pretty liquidy, so I find adding a little extra orzo in is good. That works out fine. And then I'm gonna put my brown chicken on top. So let's do that. Okay. Then these are thighs, boneless, skinless. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'm just putting those in. That's what it says, to put them on top, and I'm just gonna dump all that stuff in there. Make sure I put all the ingredients, and I always go through every recipe just to make sure I've gotten everything that I want. Bless you! Then we're gonna make sure reorder notification. Keeps wanting me to buy more Nespresso pods. I'm like, I don't need any more. Make sure the steam valve is set to shut. This is a pressure cook at 4 minutes, which doesn't seem like a lot, and it's not. It takes maybe about 10, 12 minutes to heat up, and then it will pressure cook for 4 minutes, and then they say, what do they say? They say to do a quick release. I let it sit for about 10 minutes after, then I'll do a controlled quick release, and that's where you kind of pump the valve a little bit so it doesn't just like go everywhere. And then I'll show you when this is done. It's pretty liquidy, so I like to let it sit for ideally like 15, 20 minutes before serving, so it kind of congeals a little bit. So don't be concerned if you hear squealing and squawking and shouting in the background, because this is their play fighting. See, this is what I mean by controlled quick release. So it doesn't just like spew liquid all over the place. In fact, we can unplug it. We just do a little bit at a time. Otherwise, it's just like a rain shower. It's still a rain shower. You guys, try sharing. There. And now, once that little knob drops down, we can open it up. All right, let's have a look. Oh. That smells so good. So you see it's pretty liquidy. And after about 15 minutes, this will be the perfect consistency. I'm gonna let the chicken sit in there for a minute, but I'll take it out and cut it into bite-sized pieces because it's just easier with the kids and also just to have, in general, already cut. But if you were serving to adults, you could just serve a portion. Okay, I'm serving that with broccoli, of course. And I'm also making the kids some avocado toast. It's very quiet. Yeah, we're having avocado toast. Well, you guys are. As on the side, because they like a little variety. Who doesn't? And that's dinner, and that's, you know, part of our day. Anyway, it'll be ready in a minute. Okay, I'm just saying goodbye to the video. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Hope you enjoyed. I don't even know what I filmed. But it's just a day here at the Ross household, and I will see you later this week, hopefully, if all goes as planned, with my bullet journal update for 2021. Thank you so much for watching and take very good care. Bye.